Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe. Just the fact that you're here is a miracle. And reflecting on the things that you've been through, the things that someone meant to throw at you, to take you out, that you're still here, that you are living, breathing, and not only that, but you're growing, you're learning, you're loving. You are a miracle. And there are beings that know this. They see this. They've witnessed you and your strength. You're 123 on the timer. They see you living still and they're like, how? And not only that, but you're living well. You're beautiful on the inside and out. And you show up for something that you love or for someone that you love. You might be a parent or a creator, or there's something in your life that you love and you're dedicated to. And it's blowing somebody away. It's blowing somebody away. And it's making them feel afraid of you, which I'm getting that whoever this is, they need to be afraid of something. They need to, because they have put so much energy out there to try to ruin something for you or stop you on your path. So yeah, a little fear won't hurt them at all. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through? Unfinished symphony. Somebody thinks that there's something that's unfinished. I'm hearing unfinished business. This is in their imagination. It is over. There is something that's over. This is a very powerful energy, though. It's feeling kind of like crazy town. I'm just going to be real. You know, when I got out the shower and I was getting dressed and putting my makeup on, I kept seeing flashes of the movie Carrie. Somebody's name could be Carrie. Also, I'm thinking of the actor Cary Grant. There's something about, oh wow, you know, Cary Grant was at that time considered one of the most handsome people in Hollywood. There's something about you, this keeps coming through, that you were just so beautiful. And somebody does not like that. Your looks, your beauty, the way you take care of yourself, it just irks them. But anyway, I kept getting flashes of the movie Carrie. And I think that movie is based on a book by Stephen King. I'm not sure. If it's not, I'll have to put it in, you know, to straighten that out. But I believe it is. And there's something about you being tapped in and tuned in to a frequency where you understand what's going on behind the scenes when somebody has an issue with you. You know that it's not just because that person's having a bad day. You know that it's not just because that person is going through something in their life. You know that there are organized attacks that have been sent your way. And so somebody has the nerve to think that something is unfinished, that they have further business to take care of with you. But see, I'm seeing this here. It looks like a piano. So there's something that someone wants from your creative energy. Listen, your creative energy is like gold. It's like gold. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. That's your energy, and that's why you have a problem with it. Yeah, somebody's asking why. I'm hearing Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Why do you get to be so beautiful? Why do you get to be so creative? Why do you get to be so talented? Look. This person is looking in a book that has wings on it. So this person is stalking your creations. Time for a nap is on the side, and it came out over unfinished symphony. Somebody is tired. They have tired themselves out. It's like a child who needs a nap and they get so fussy. That's how this person is. They feel like, I've got unfinished business with the collective, and that's not fair, and why do they get to do this, and why do they get to do that? Why? Like, that's the vibe. I just got the memory of, I have very ticklish feet, okay? Sidebar. And I was getting a pedicure when I used to still get them. I was still trying, but I just don't bother with it anymore. And this lady was doing my toes. I could not take it. And she goes, you big baby. I'm seeing somebody look at this person that thinks they have unfinished business with you, and they're like, you big baby, like, get it together. You big baby. That's what they act like. Everything is wah, wah, wah. That's the energy. Look. This is why they have an issue. It's because you walked away. They have an issue because you walked away. You may have had a strategy. Like, if you had to get away from this person, if this person was... Oh, I just heard armed and dangerous. Okay, so that could apply to... That could apply to someone, okay? Then you really did need to get away. You really did. For some of you, it could be that they were armed with wicked ways, evil words, vindictive behavior. Okay. There's something that this person is undecided about. This is an indecision card. This is card 8. The walking away card is card 27. 2 and 7 is 9. That's ending. So it really is over. It really is over. Okay? There is no question about that. Okay, they said go to this deck for indecision, because I want to see, what is this person undecided about? What is it that they're contemplating when there's nothing that needs to be contemplated? Look at that. Also, they're hooded, so there's something that they want to hide. They don't want to reveal themselves, and they don't want to reveal the state that they're in. This person is feeling like they have gone through a massive amount of destruction, but they're very ashamed because this massive amount of destruction is what they have done to themselves. They destroyed themselves when they disrespected you, and when they refused to, I'm hearing, hear you out. Okay, so there was something that you were trying to communicate to this person. It could have been written communication, spoken communication, some kind of way, maybe even telepathically. You were trying to get something across to this person. You could have been getting across to this person to leave you alone. That could have been what it was. Okay? But they were not getting the message. I'm hearing because it didn't fit in with their plans. What are they trying to, what is it that they're undecided about, Spirit? What are they weighing as far as, okay, illusionist. So how they're going to lie, how they're going to disguise themselves, how they're going to try to approach you with another trick. They want to come up with new tricks because they've got the same old tricks. You know, the rabbit in the hat trick is like so old. It still would work on some people though. Like, you think about it, as many times as a grown-up has seen it, 10-10 on the timer, a grown-up who has watched TV or been exposed to any sort of like magic entertainment material or content, we've seen it. But you think about a small child who hasn't seen much of a magic show or something like that, they would think that the rat in the habit, the rabbit, oh, I said the rat in the habit. The rat in the habit, this person has habits like a rat. So they're not clean. They do not have good hygiene. They scurry, so they're scared. This person is scared. But some people, children or people who haven't seen a lot of magic tricks, would be very amazed by a rabbit in a hat trick. So that's why this person thought that it will work on you. But they know that they can't come to you with that same old trick because it's tired. It serves no purpose with them trying to trick you. What are they undecided about, Spirit? Adaptability. Oh, stalker. Yeah. Adaptability says change and adjustment. And then stalker, spy. Yeah, so they're trying to switch up how they present themselves to you. And they're running out of things. Clarity on this, Spirit. Okay, there could be a Virgo here, or someone with Virgo energy highly aspected in their chart. This could be you or this person. For some of you, this could represent a group of people that's been stalking you, spying on you, jealous of you. Yeah, this is a highly insecure individual. 1222 on the timer. They feel all alone, but they want to connect with you. But they lost the right to do that. Yeah, I told you. When it said what came through was rat, something about a rat, I said they're afraid. They scurry. Stalker, spy. Okay, they've been trying to hit someone here with chaos magic. All right. In order to... They want to drain someone of their abundance, of their fortune. That's what they want to do. What's hidden here, Spirit? Oh, there could be a union here. You either are in a union or there is somebody who wants to have a divine union with you. And you're a Sigma. You come through with Sigma energy. You're very independent. You're very content with your own energy. There's something here about you being satisfied with your own energy. And so if you have attracted or manifested a divine union, that's excellent. But if not, you're good. You're good. You know, I'm seeing Yoda. And so, you know, Yoda, for me, Yoda represents no attachments. Like, Yoda's always like, you know, just be. Don't attach. Don't need this or that. And of course, as humans, we do have needs, but there's freedom that you feel, because whereas the human aspect of you would feel fear or panic, the spiritual aspect of you comes in and is like, oh, wait a minute. What's that now? 1444 on the timer. If you ever feel alone, you know that you're protected. You know that you're truly not alone. And so you just remind yourself of these things and you are solid. I'm hearing like a rock. I don't know all the words to that song, but yeah. I think that was on a commercial for Chevy. So somebody could have a Chevy or a truck. Yeah. A Camaro could be significant here. A black car. I'm seeing a black car. Yeah, this is a charlatan. I'm hearing they want to make you dance for them. But it feels like dance could be literal. This person might want to see you dancing. They may have wanted to take you out and have you as their arm candy. You know, I'm seeing that, like somebody wanted you as a trophy. Because that came out at the beginning of the reading, that they see you as very beautiful. And you are. I'm picking up on that vibe. That's why they're so obsessed. It's like, you're beautiful to see, to watch, okay? And not to be not to be creepy, but it's like I'm just getting a vibe of someone who's very pleasing to the eye. And so they already are very fascinated by you. And like a low level of fascination would be okay, but this person is obsessive, and they are strange, and they are weird because they don't know how to keep their emotions about you in check. And so they do weird things. Yeah, okay, so they see you making gains and leveling up no matter what they do. So they've tried this chaos magic, and it's like you're over here being a Sigma, making gains. There's something very positive and beautiful happening with your finances, okay? I'm getting stability, like perhaps something was fluctuating about your finances and now you're gaining stability. Oh, look at this. We got Judgment and the Star. So this is the judgment that you're receiving. The judgment that has been called for you is hope, healing, and having eyes on you. Okay, now see, that makes sense, because what I'm getting is that you have such a beautiful soul. You have intellect. There's a lot of intelligence that you have. And so I already said you're beautiful to behold. I keep hearing that. You're beautiful to see, beautiful to watch. So there might be something that you put out there, okay? You might be seen in the public eye, because I just see these eyes on you. And if eyes are not on you in the public eye, you have that kind of vibe where you could go to the mall, you could go to the store, you could go walk down the street, and people will ride by and look at you. They'll check you out, okay? And it's not just, you know, some of it could be lust, but I definitely feel that from this individual. But people who look at you, a lot of times it's just astonishment, amazement, because they feel your vibe is something so unique. So what's coming through is that this is something that you'll have to continue to build your energy up for, because it's just the way that you are. It's like you attract attention, and pretty privilege is coming through, so that could apply to some of you. That's real. But pretty privilege does not always feel like privilege. A lot of people who are very naturally beautiful, who easily seek there's something that this being seeks from you because you're beautiful. Because you're not seeking anything. You're not seeking any attention. But there's something that they are seeking from you because you're beautiful. And I'm getting this very sinister vibe. So, yeah, and the Devil card is here. I heard put on the whole armor of God. Okay, I don't quote the Bible a lot, but symbolically, that's talking about protecting yourself. Okay. Yeah. There may be times where, like, when you go out and a lot of eyes are on you, you'll need to come back and rest up, you know, take a few minutes to just recharge, cleanse your energy, spray some Florida water, whatever works for you. Because your star energy is very powerful. And whoever this person is, they are seeking something from you because of this. They know that eyes are on you. Yeah, you're coming through as a Hierophant with a lot of magical energy. And this person has what they think is a bright idea. Ace of Swords. Okay, you're coming through as the Hierophant, which in this deck is Tehuti, Thoth. And you've got Weret Hakau, which is your magical power. Okay? I mean, this along with the star, that's you. That's very powerful. Also, we're at 21. That's the world. So you have it all. You have it all. This person has some sort of idea for you. This could be involving a business because we've got the Queen of Wands, or this could be a Queen of Wands energy. Male, female, non-binary, doesn't matter, but they have some sort of bossy way about them where they want to siphon your energy for some sort of business enterprise. Okay, but the energy behind this enterprise that they have is death. Okay, death and destruction. Yep. And the Ten of Swords. Also, this is how they feel about it. Okay, they are using, with the Magician there, they're using illusions to try to create a vision of their whatever it is that they do, that's very healthy, very strong, very but it's not. There's something about it that's very fake. It has already crumbled, whatever it is that these people are doing or this person is doing. And they're very confused. They're stuck in a, yeah, indecision came through. They don't know how they're going to move forward. They're hoping to revive something with your energy. Yeah. Now you're coming through as Bastet. The nurturer. The comforter. Ooh. They don't want to let something slip away. They're afraid of letting go. And yeah, okay. So this is a karmic soulmate, but also there could be a child involved here or children involved. This is your energy. I love how the masculine and feminine is coming through with the King of Pentacles, okay? Because I kept getting stability. That's why immediately I saw this as your energy of the King of Pentacles. That's another thing about you with that Sigma card. You have masculine and feminine energies that are very balanced. Very balanced. Yep. And you've got the Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. There could be someone here, though. That union did come through. So this King of Pentacles could be someone who loves you or desires you. And this could be your energy coming through here with the Queen of Cups. Okay. Let me see the vibe of this King of Pentacles. If this is another being. Okay, because oh. Emperor and Sun. Now, I'm seeing this in two ways. So for some of you, if you are in a divine union, you have an emperor here who is bright, successful, joyful because they're with you and because they are in a divine relationship, a divine union. For some of you, this King of Pentacles could represent someone who is an emperor who's been exposed. So it came through that these beings, or this being, has some sort of enterprise, okay? But they're trying to create a way for it to be presented to the public so that everybody thinks that, oh yes, it's great, it's good, we're good. but they're doing that with fake manipulation. Like, it could be AI, it could be just simple lies, okay? But for some of you, this is an emperor who is trying to have a business and say that they own something, trying to present themselves as very stable, but they have been exposed as quite the opposite. So take it how it resonates for you, but I'm seeing both, okay? Yeah, because for some of you, that emperor was putting out the Seven of Swords with lies and deceit. For others of you, what was behind that emperor was someone who has tried to bring negative energy to your union, and behind closed doors or behind the scenes, they've been lying and trying to throw threats and deceit and trickery, okay? Yeah. Here's what I love. You're still coming through with beautiful energy. Like, it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they try to do with their business, with their fake business, with their this and that and the third. It doesn't matter. What's yours is yours. And so if you are a parent, you're a wonderful one. What do we need to know about this energy as what's coming through with the parenting aspect, Spirit? What needs to come through here? Look, belonging, house or night. This is because I'm recording this at the time of the new moon in Cancer. So it's imbued into this video whenever you're watching it. But that's love in your home. That is security and safety in your home. Peace in your home. And see, that's what's coming through, because that's what this person was trying to infiltrate your world with, was chaos and confusion and illusions. That's what they wanted to do. But you have, look, I love how this house card, it says belonging, because everyone in your home is blessed. Okay? Is there anything else we need to know about this home energy, Spirit? Oh, wow, look at this. So we've got Nine of Wands and the Fool. There's a new beginning coming to those who live within your home. You, your loved ones, your family, your children. Okay, if you are in a divine union, look at this with the Four of Wands right behind it. Let me tell you something. Whatever it is that this player, this crazy, strange being, okay, obsessed, stalker, whatever it was that they were trying to do to your world, because you are an alchemist, low-key, they only made it better, okay? And that was not because they were trying to help you. They wanted to do the opposite. But you, beautiful being, chose to do something else. You were like, not today. Not today. And so you decided how that energy was going to play out. And so we've got Four of Wands. Look at them. If you are in a union, it's beautiful. It's divine. Also, there's something that's flowing that maybe didn't flow before with those ribbons. Okay? And there's a new start. There's a new beginning that is so divine and so wonderful. There's somebody here who is leaving the baggage behind with the Eight of Cups. Okay, Eight of Cups and Queen of Swords. So there's something about some... I'm seeing this in two ways. I'm seeing a lot of things like two ways in this reading. You embody this Queen of Swords energy because you have decided, you have taken decisive action to leave something behind. Okay, but also here I'm seeing in karmic land, okay, whoever's playing out in your world that's karmic and toxic, there is a Queen of Swords who is getting left behind. So this could be somebody who their relationship is not working out, something is not aligning in the way that they hoped because they were cold and they only had their eye on the prize. That's what I'm hearing. They only had their eye on the prize, not on anything else. Okay, so take that how it resonates, beautiful being. The truth is that you are the star and everything in your life is healing. Look at that. Every single thing. Your finances, your level of stability, that came through. Your union, if you are in a union, it is only getting better. Okay, and that is the opposite of what these people wanted. Look, you got 4 of Wands, but then we had Chaos Magic right beside a union. So you look at this. This is what they wanted for your relationship. This is what you have. Okay? And if you're not in a relationship, then that's okay. That's just not for you. Okay? If you're manifesting it, then that's what you'll have when you manifest it. But it is true that you are the star. That has never changed. That has always been facts with the Ace of Swords. You're moving on to a brighter space, or, you know, I could say more intuitive space, really. Okay? And that's why it's a brighter space, is because you are seeing things. You're not telling yourself, oh, they're not really like that. Oh, I didn't just see that. No, you're facing the truth that your intuition brings you. And that's why you're moving on to calmer waters. Okay? You're coming through here as the Queen of Pentacles. And your stability brings conflict to somebody else's world, though. That's the thing. See, this is somebody here. Right, you're here as the Queen of Pentacles. But this is somebody with the Lovers right behind you. Okay, so that's the energy that is all around you, is this Lover's energy. It's beautiful. Okay, but your success brings someone else conflict. This is the 5 of Swords. So this is you. You and your love. Okay, and that's whoever. Whoever it is that you're connected to in a divine way. Whoever it is that you choose to nurture that relationship. And this being right here feels like all hope is lost. And for them it is. Because as long as they go around setting evil intentions, doing baneful magic, yes, all of their hope will be lost. Because you're not going down that path. You're not taking that route that they have tried to manifest for you. That is a no. Okay? And here you are with your 9 of Cups. Your wishes are being fulfilled. And I just saw 8 of Wands. So this could be a time where you feel like they're trying to come through with negative energy. But you're divinely protected. Anything about that, Spirit? Yeah, you've got the 6 of Cups. So I keep seeing a child here. There's something you're being blessed with a child. And there's something about having more time to spend with a child. So there are so many things that you're going to share with this beautiful being, this young being. It's going to equip them with a greater sense of awareness and love for life. Love for themselves. And love within their home. I'm not surprised that all this is coming through 3333 with the new moon and Cancer energy that we are moving through right now when I'm recording this. Okay, so just know that this healing energy is coming through to your home and to everyone that you love, your relationships that you nurture. You're just going to see them like glowing. And that is so important, because there are beings that don't want that. If you have felt that, if you have felt like somebody wanted to attack, energetically attack your family or your relationships, yeah, because they don't like unity. They hate unity. They hate when you're happy. Well, let them hate. Let them hate. All that their hate does is remind you of how blessed you are to have that. Like, think about it. This person would not waste so much time and energy hating on you if they didn't know that what you've got is amazing. So they might throw illusions like, oh, something's really bad, or something's off, or, you know, we're not really gelling, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff. But you have divine connections that you choose to nurture and that are being blessed at this time by the divine with the strength and protection that is needed for you to not only withstand whatever this is, this energy is that's trying to, you know, that people are sending your way, but to also alchemize it and use it. Oh, when you get that little sense of, you know, energy of projected energy towards you, you're reminded, I am so blessed. We are so blessed, you know, you and your loved ones, we are so blessed. And then do something to celebrate the blessings that you share with your beautiful beings within your home, whether it's giving them a hug, telling them that you love them, sending them a text. You know, if it's a lover, hey, send a spicy little text if that's your divine your divine lover. You know, I'm not telling you to do anything with somebody that's crazy out here, but if there's that trust, you know, hey, enjoy it. Enjoy those times of passion. And I'm getting just like holding each other. Holding each other. That is so healing. Thank you, Spirit. What is it that you would like to leave this beautiful being with as we close this reading? Oh, resonance. Okay, so this is resonating for someone. Also, find the resonance in shared frequencies. Feel each other's heartbeat and sync. Oh my gosh. And then look at that. Because Spirit was just bringing through like ways that you can connect with the beautiful beings that you love. And don't you love that? Like when you're lying down close to somebody, okay, and you can feel the rise of their chest. Like, you know, you might be breathing in unison, like in the same way, or you can feel their heartbeat. That is so amazing to me, to feel that life in someone else that you love. Okay. Yeah, doing simple things that are so meaningful in order to connect with each other. What else, Spirit? Anchor. Trust in the anchor of the relationship, steady and firm. There's something very anchored and steady about your love, okay? And it feels like safety. It feels like security. And that truly is, you know, I always say, safety is sexy. Security is sexy. Because the truth is that your love is home to someone. It's somebody's home. They have found their home with you. And you have that security and safety with them. If this is your reading, okay? If this is your reading, you have a divine love relationship that is so blessed. And divine does not want you to doubt that because of some petty person from the past that has just locked in on what's not theirs, okay? Let me get one more little pull on any guidance for regarding that situation. Yeah, they're jealous and envious. This could be a mature woman or a woman who should know better. This could be a person, male, female, non-binary, who is old enough to know better. All right. They try to send abusive energy towards an earth angel, and you're in their thoughts. But look at that card number 16. Divine is saying that every time this person thinks about you, they're creating a tower in their life. They are creating a tower in their life every time they focus their energy on you, because they need to be doing something for themselves, to better themselves, or to help other people. That's what they need to be doing. And so they need to stop worrying about your anchor and make sure that they are anchored, because it seems like they are all over the place. Okay. Anything else for this beautiful being? Okay, so yeah, that's what's coming through, is like creating sweet traditions. You know, sometimes the old traditions that we have experienced in our families, they just don't work for us. You know, maybe they're too stuffy. Maybe we don't want to celebrate the holidays like everybody else does. Or maybe we want to do our own thing. It's something about creating very simple, I'm hearing acts of kindness for each other that you do often, that just reminds you of how sweet and beautiful you are. You might have a little thing that you do with like the young people that you love, your children. Like I used to say when I was helping my son with his homework, it was something that a teacher taught me, and she would say, oh, that was so good. Ooh, Kiss your brain. Kiss your brain. You are so smart. You are so smart. You know, just little things like that that remind a young person that they are intelligent and that they have the ability and the capacity to do wonderful things. You know, hugs, reminding them how smart they are. Just really wonderful affirmations, blessings, speaking those blessings over the people in your home that you love. Okay? You're creating your own sweet traditions. Oh, look at this. And this is from a romantic perspective here. Create traditions for two, continuing the flame of love. Yes, keep that flame going. Because it's burning. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. I am so grateful for this reading and for these messages that you allowed to flow through me. And beautiful being, thank you for taking the time to tune in. I am so thankful for your likes, your kind comments, your shares, your hypes, your subscribes, your donations, every bit of love that you sent to In Her Dreams. I am so grateful. I love you. I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. Take care.